today. A little bit about myself. I am from Southern California. Grew up and raised in the Harbor area. Go Dodgers. Sorry about that. I'm Hispanic. I'm a Latina. My father is from Guadalajara. He has a 5th grade education, and my mother was born in Los Angeles. She has a 9th grade education. And the one thing that she really instilled in me is the fact that education is very important. That I need to invest my time in community, that I needed to help others. When you come from a large Hispanic family, such as myself, and I just checked on this because I got married in April, I have 154 cousins on my mom's side. I couldn't count on my father's side. And a little bit about my family. My mother has 9 brothers and sisters. My dad has 9 brothers and sisters. They're both Gomez family. They're not related to each other. I checked. But at the end of the day, right? But at the end of the day, we have a really big family and very loving. The Hispanic families are very loving. We're very open arms. We're always about the food and the laughs and good conversation. And the one thing that we would talk about in our Sunday barbecues, our carne asadas, is how important it is to stay in school, how important it is that our parents work 3 and 4 jobs to make sure that I can go to high school and clean clothes and have what I need in order to be able to be successful. And so it was always about giving back. And I was in a school that, in a middle school in Southern California, Lomita, California, Fleming Junior High School. Kind of date myself because we don't have junior high schools anymore. We have middle schools. And I got to be chosen to go on a field trip. And I would, help out after school with teachers and stuff because I just knew that if I did all my work and I helped out after class, I was going to get a couple extra credits. And the bottom line is I was able to come here to Sacramento. And I remember walking into the state capitol and looking up at the rotunda. And if you guys ever have an opportunity to go there, that is your home. You guys own that place. It's yours. You can walk through it anytime you want to, 7 days a week. You walk in there, and I just saw this beautiful rotunda that represented just cities, people. It represented something that's outside of what I've ever seen, right? I grew up in Wilmington. All I saw was barrio. I saw, people who look like me. But going there and seeing just how positive it was for people to come together and to create policy. And I was just thinking on this really high level. And I remember walking in there and I thought to myself, you know what, one day I'm going to work here. I want to work here. I want to make decisions for people that look like me. Because not everybody looks like me. And so I just kind of always had that in the back of my mind. So I fast forward, I wasn't able to go to college right out of high school. My father worked in a aerospace company and got laid off. So what does that mean for an oldest daughter in a Latino family is you go to work and you help out. And I did that. And I got lucky. I got to work in an aerospace company. But I knew that it wasn't what I wanted to do. Always thought about working for cities. Applied for a couple of times, and basically what does it mean to work in a city job? And when you live in Southern California, it means you're one person trying to get a job and there's 300 people in the room taking the same test as you. And I didn't give up. I kept taking tests. I took about 6 tests until finally the city of Southgate kept seeing me and they're like, what do you want? I want a job. You need to hire me because I want to come to work here. And I went to work there and I was making $1,700 a month working 4 weeks full-time in the public works yard. And I figured out that real quick, the people that look like you are the people that are out there doing the potholes and are cutting trees. But the people who don't look like us are the ones that are making the decisions in the offices and they're engineers and they got air conditioning. And I'm thinking, you know what is it going to take for somebody like me to sit at a table and make decisions? I want to go to school and I want somebody to work for me. I want somebody to answer my phone. So then I went to community college. And I was 28 years old, and I was already married, and I had 1 daughter. And I went to school, and I did the PACE program. That's a program for full-time adults that are working to get their associate's degree, and you transfer to a college. Nowadays, you guys have different pathways, right? You have the SB 1440 program, which is a program where you go to school at community colleges, they put you on this pathway, and you can get your degree. But I went old school. And so did that. I graduated 1 week, Alpha Gamma, high honors. I was pregnant with my son. I wore him in this little papoose when I was walking down, and my husband was there, my family was there, my mom was super proud. And yet I went back to work on Monday, just like everybody else does, and I'm in there clocking in with all the rest of the guys and the fellas at the yard. And they're like, now what are you going to do? And I said, what do you mean? They said, you got to keep going. Like, you can do this. I can't do this. I've already got, like, these people at the yard were telling me, Rita, I've already got like 7 kids, and I can't go. I'm too old to go to school. I go, hell yeah, you can go to school. No, I can't. I waited 2 years. I went back and got my bachelor's in business administration. Waited 2 more years, and I got my master's. And I graduated at 42 with my master's, and I have a 3.98 overall grade point average. I'm a mother of 3, and I will tell you, it's not an easy journey. I found myself at the end of getting my degree. I was getting divorced, and remember that talking to my kids. My kids were little, and I was teaching them the UCLA chant because I figured I couldn't go to school there, but I sure in the hell could know what football team I liked, and it wasn't SC. And so my kids were like, "You got to keep going, Mom, this is like important." And at that time, I was working for the city of Santa Ana, and I was a city clerk, and just thinking about my where am I going to go? What can I keep doing? And the truth of the matter is, when you have a passion that burns in you, you know when it's right. And that's really what I want to instill in you, because I got laid off, and 3 weeks later got a divorce, and I reached out to various people, and I was part of a group called Hispanas Organized for Political Equality. It's a women's leadership group, but it's just not about Hispanics. It's not about Latinas. It's about all of our community of color and how we can make a difference. I volunteered there. I went to their leadership academy, and I reached out to a couple of people, and they just said, look, you come to Sacramento, the capital's not rocket science, so you could do that. And I thought, you know what, it's about survival now. So I reached out to some of my family friends and some of my friends, and the family wasn't able to help me, but my friend said, come out here. You can get a job in the Capitol, you can do this. And talked to my family. I made the transition. I walked the Capitol like I own the place because I needed a job. It was Senator Alex Padilla who gave me the opportunity after walking the Capitol 5 months every day, and it was not easy. And I got to work for him as a ledge aide, and that's like the bottom line of where you come into the Capitol. And I got involved volunteering on campaigns because I knew that I can lend my talents, and plus they had food. And I could walk. I could eat pizza in the evening. I had like lots of people that I was meeting, and my network was growing. And I can tell you that I got involved with the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program. It's opened doors for me. I'm a former appointee of Governor Schwarzenegger, a Dem appointee for a panel on education. And that was just something that I got involved with through this Hope group that I was sharing with you. But going through the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program, I got to see that there were people with the same passion that I have, because I know that my heart lives with public service. I can make a difference. I can go and help my neighbor. I can make a difference every single day. It just depends on how I look at life. And I just know that if we are passionate and dedicated about finishing our education, that we can have a voice at the table. You could be a single mother, and in 3-4 years, have your associate's degree, and you'll have a voice at the table, because we've got to get people thinking about policy changes that affect our community, because the colored folks in this community outnumber the people that are making the decisions. They don't look like you and I, but you know what? I am now working for CalSTRS, and I was at CalPERS. CalSTRS is the pension system for teachers, and I now have, I'm 3 people from the CEO. I help make decisions based on relationships with employers. I got involved in the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program. I got an appointment with the Equal Opportunity Advisory Commission. I am also a board member for the Chicano Latino Youth Leadership Project. It's about fundraising and helping Latinos come to the Sacramento area and get involved and learn more and more about policy, about how you need to further your education. And at the end of the day, it's made a difference for me. Sacramento is my new home. I just got married, like I mentioned. And I'm very, very happy for my family that I've met here. And I see this as you guys being an extension of my family. I wanted to leave my business card here because I've been involved with community colleges here and doing the Puente program. That's a mentor to first-time college students. And basically, we grow a relationship. I help mentor along the way. I've reached out to Sac City College and talked to them about how the Puente program needs to be expanded here. And talked to one of your counselors, and he's going to bring me in as a guest speaker moving forward. But if I can help any of you guys, as you guys are looking for your passion, as you're looking for volunteers and community service, whatever it is, please feel free to reach out to me. I will respond, and I will give you my personal phone if you guys want to talk about opportunities. But I want you to know that you guys are each valuable. You have a voice. You can make a difference. Thank you.